welcome to this tutorial that I'm going to be completing and doing for you guys today. This is a tutorial introducing the Easter egg on Attack of the Radioactive Thing in Infinite Warfare Zombies. Now, I have been asked many times by players to do a tutorial on how to complete this Easter egg, but from scratch without editor's cut. A lot of players are out there that do not have editor's cut and are actively looking for a way to complete the Easter egg successfully without fail. So that's what this tutorial is all about today. I am going to be doing a walkthrough at steps that you could do to be able to complete this Easter egg completely on your own. Before we get into anything, I highly recommend you be familiar with the map, as well as maybe do a quick overview on the YouTube or somewhere of the Easter egg and its steps and everything to completion for the Easter egg. And it also will help a whole lot if you are skilled enough to keep yourself alive, to be able to carry yourself pretty far in rounds without going down. If anything, it would be great if you know how to do trains and other things with zombies to try to keep yourself alive. Otherwise, if you find yourself going down quite often or a lot, you may want to practice first and do everything you can to become good at killing zombies and keeping yourself alive. Otherwise, this tutorial will probably do you no good if you're constantly going down. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at the cards that we are going to be using today. Today we're going to be using these cards that you see here on the screen. Head Reloaded, Reanimated, Perk Insured, Hide and Seek, Mana Up. If you do not have any of these cards or some of these cards, then please do whatever you can to get some keys and things to try to get these cards. They are tremendously a great help in completing the Easter eggs, and the majority of these cards, if not all of them, are pretty much aimed towards the boss battle and being able to get through that. The first one, Head Reloaded, instantly reloads your weapon for you automatically. Every time you get a headshot, it doesn't do the little reloading animation or anything, it just automatically reloads it for you, which is really helpful. The Reanimated is another great card. Automatically revives you if you were to go down or into last stand kind of thing. Perk Insured will let you keep those perks if you were to go down and be revived. Hide and Seek is another one that makes you hidden from zombies for about 20 seconds, which helps a lot during the boss battle, and more on that later on. And last but not least, Mana Up is going to be used for this pretty much the second and last step in the Easter egg boss battle, which allows you to bypass the laser step. And more on that as well once we get to that point in the Easter egg. Okay, now before we start here, I also want to discuss one last thing. I'm so sorry. I know you guys are very anxious to get into this Easter egg, into the game and everything, but it's very crucial that you guys get as much of this information as possible before starting to allow yourself to be familiar with what's going on and how to complete it. Now, a lot of players that complete this Easter egg, they have their own ways of doing the Easter egg. They have their own tips and tricks and strategies to completing it. I myself have my own ways and my own tips, my own tricks of doing this Easter egg as well. Pretty much everybody that does the Easter egg has their own way of doing things, which is absolutely fine. There's no criticism there or anything. I just think everybody has their own unique way of going about playing games and doing Easter eggs and things. With that being said, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks here today that will help you. It's helped me. I've done hundreds of Easter eggs for players and things successfully without fail. And that's what I'm going to be doing here for you guys today, teaching these tips and tricks and see if they help you as well. One last thing. Get a piece of paper and pen. If you have one handy, please get it ready, because we are going to be using a piece of paper and a pen to write down numbers and things like that. And I also recommend you get a laptop, a computer, a browser, your phone, anything that has a browser. And we're going to be using that as well, because this is going to really help you a lot, and this is what I use personally to complete the Easter egg. You could do it the traditional way, the standard way. Um, and I'm talking about the chemistry here, the chemical steps. You could do the standard traditional way, which is doing the calculations of the chemicals and then entering in the number and things like that if you like. However, in this tutorial, I am not going to be going over that. I am not going to discuss that. We are not going to be calculating anything really. And also, if you do not have a browser, if you do not have anything, I suggest you take a look at some tutorials online on YouTube and things to try to familiarize yourself with that step, and the calculations and things. However, the chemicals and the ingredients and things that I'm going to be discussing and showing you today are going to be used. You can use and need to use in order to complete this Easter egg. My way, that is. Alright, so get the web browser open if you haven't already. Get on your laptop, your phone, or other device and open up the internet browser, and you're going to go to a website here. I'll leave the link down below in the description of this YouTube video for people to take a look at. Is not my website. I have not created the website. All credit and things go to the web creator. Now, so the website is going to be wellslogan.com/AOTRT/DIST/. Let's say that again one more time, but slower. wellslogan.com, which is WELLSLOGAN.com/AOTRT/DIST/, and then hit enter. If done correctly, you should be brought to a website that says Attack of the Radioactive Thing Chemistry Calculator. If it has not gone through, if it did not work, then Google it. Go ahead and go to google.com and type in Wells Logan Attack of the Radioactive Thing, and it should be the first option available. You'll see a little website that says wellslogan.com/AOTRT, so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. I'm trying to make this as short as possible. I'm probably going to break this down into about maybe 5 separate videos, segments, so that way I don't have to take forever uploading it to YouTube. Alright. Now that we got that website open, let's just briefly take a quick look at that real fast. You're going to see on the right hand side the recipes and costs, and on the left hand side you're going to see ingredient values, and as well as TV station board, trailer park boards, the different boards that are located around the map. Now, if you haven't been able to tell so far, these boards have empty spaces in them, and what you're going to be doing, and we'll discuss this later on. These boards, you fill in the blanks. You write down, you take a look at the boards that are around the map, and you're filling the blanks on to these correct spaces here provided. If that doesn't make any sense at all, well, then you're probably going to have to message me or something, or try to have somebody help you figure that out. You should become familiar with this website. It is extremely helpful. It calculates everything for you without you having to calculate anything. I use it every time I play do the Easter egg. It does help a lot. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep that browser open. Do not close it. Do not exit. I would actually highly recommend, and I think we're going to go ahead and do that in this tutorial. I'm going to have you guys write down on the piece of paper some numbers, and then what you could do when I say is to go ahead and fill in the empty blanks with what you wrote down on the piece of paper. Okay, so that way, and just in case your phone dies from the battery or internet shuts off or whatever it may be, you'll still have the information saved. Go ahead and get started here. So we already discussed the cards. We've got the website up and running and ready. We got a pen and paper. Let's go. All right, first and foremost, we are going to grab an item that's right here in spawn. It's on top of this bench right here, just as you spawn in. Go ahead and grab that item. We're going to hold on to that all the way up until the chemical step. That is insect repellent. We are going to use that. That's one of the ingredients, first ingredients that we're going to be using. More on that later on. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm just going to be trying to get enough money to open the door here. Alright, go ahead and once you have enough money, go ahead and buy up in atoms just in case. If you were to go down, then you'll be okay should be revived automatically with that up and atoms. Please keep in mind though that you're only able to use this, buy this up and atoms, I think just 3 times. So try not to go down if you could help it. And that's the last zombie. I'm going to go ahead and open this door, and you should be able to do so too if you have enough money. Alright, as soon as we come into this next area, we're going to build a device. It's called the Seismic Wave Generator. To build a seismic wave generator, we need to get a blueprint. The blueprint is located on the ground outside the ice cream shop here. Go inside on the table, put that down, and we're going to look for the 3 parts. There are 3 parts to build this device. One's right here in the corner. Go ahead and grab that and put it on the table, like so. Next one is going to be on the bench just outside. Grab that, and put that down on the table. And the last one is going to be over here next to the porta potties in this park. On the ground, go ahead and grab it. Whoop. There we go. And likewise, we're going to put that on the table too. As soon as you build that trap, go ahead and grab it. Do a turn around, a 360 there. Whoop. We're probably going to have to get out of here, otherwise this guy's going to kill me. But we're going to grab another part. There's a little punch card that's on the table, just opposite side of that other table. That's going to be right here. Go ahead and grab that punch card like so. Push X or hold X, square, whatever the action button is for your controller or device. Now we don't have enough money to, actually I do. I'm going to go ahead and open it, but you might not have enough money to open that door, so that's fine. We're going to go around the 2 to go ahead and earn some money to buy a weapon. So we could earn some money to open doors and things. As soon as you open that door, it should turn on the color for you. Alright, we're going to go just one more round before we go into the next area here. Before we go to round 5, I want to discuss the next Easter egg, or one of the Easter egg steps, which is we're going to have to collect a body part, a zombie body part, which is going to be a leg. On round 5 is when this part is going to be able to be obtained. Alright, here on round 5 there's going to be a zombie that's glowing green. And when you knife him with a meat cleaver, which I'll show you where to get that, when you knife him with a meat cleaver, he'll drop a leg on the ground that's glowing green. You will need to collect that leg. It's extremely important that you know, try to memorize or remember where you hit the zombie, the glowing green zombie, so you could grab that leg. If you forget where you hit the zombie later on, and you try to run around the map to find it, I'm not 100% sure, it hasn't been confirmed, but I think it will despawn, meaning you will not be able to get it again. So it's very important to know where you hit the green zombie, to grab that leg as soon as possible, and I'll show you that here on round 5. But before we go into round 5, I'm going to go ahead and keep 2 zombies alive. They tend to walk a little bit slower when you keep them alive in 2s. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and go inside this market here, and this market is going to be a part immediately on the left on the couch. Going ahead and grab this part right here on the couch in this break room here. We are going to use it later on. Next, you're going to go ahead and grab that meat cleaver I was talking about. It's going to be located inside this little shop here inside the market. Now, if you have enough money to do so, go ahead and open this next door. I do not have enough money, but if you do, go ahead and open that door, head outside, and wait until I tell you what to do next here. So I'm going to go ahead and open this door. Right now it's going to be Krog round. The boss guy shoots these little green dudes out of his back. You can shoot them out of the sky, which I'm failing to do right now. Usually I'm pretty good at it. If you do happen to shoot them out of the sky, there's about 5 of them. Always let the 5th one land on the ground. Otherwise, if you shoot all 5 out of the sky, you will not get a max ammo. One of these guys will drop a max ammo after you kill him, the last one. So if you're shooting them out of the sky, please leave the last one alive and kill him, so that way you get that max ammo. That has been confirmed. Alright, so like I said, the glowing green zombie that drops a leg will be on round 5. I said that. However, if it's Krog round on round 5, the glowing green dude will be on round 6. technically, he'll still show up, you know, from here on out. So let's say, for example, you've been shooting all the zombies and you go through the whole entire round 5 or round 6 shooting them instead of knifing them. You can still have a chance to get that leg from a glowing green zombie, you know, any previous rounds when you knife them with a meat cleaver. Just be sure to remember where you knifed them. I say, for just, you know, for the sake of argument, just go ahead and kill the darn zombie. Just knife them on round 5, round 6, whatever round that you're on. One of those 2 rounds. And you'll be good. So this is round 6. This is where the glowing green zombie guy is going to show up here, and I'll show you here in just a moment as soon as I see him. There he is. I found him. So I'm going to go ahead and there's 2 of them. See, I shot that one accidentally. So let me go ahead and come knife him and show you what happens. So when I knife him, he's going to drop a leg, just like I said. So if you're surrounded by zombies like I am, just go ahead and wait to go back to it when it's safe. It's not worth putting yourself down over trying to get it. It's not going to despawn immediately. I'm going to go ahead and go grab that leg. Alright, so while we are out here, we're going to go ahead and get a part for the freezer, which is going to be over here located just outside this garage. Grab that freezer part, and let's run back inside just real quick inside the market. And we're going to put that part on the wall. Just like so. Alright. So we'll use that freezer later on to get another part. So I'm going to go ahead and place that seismic wave generator down, grab the power switch first, and I'm going to leave. You don't have to leave, you can stay if you want and wait for that hand to come back out of the ground. I don't. I always like to just let it do its thing, and I proceed with the Easter egg. As we come back to that hand later on, it will be out of the ground when we come back to it later on in this Easter egg. So it's not a problem at all if you want to leave. A lot of players like to sit there and wait for it to come out of the ground fully, but it doesn't matter. Alright, now that we got the power switch, we're going to work our way back over here to this area. Let's see, a little utility power plant looking area. And we're going to put this power switch back in its place right here in this, and it will turn that on for you. Once that's turned on, let's go ahead and run up here real fast, and we're going to turn on a teleporter device right there, just like so. Once that's turned on, let's run to the ice cream shop. Now when you turn on the power, the ice cream shop, there's a safe inside of here that gets opened up, and there'll be a book in there. Go ahead and grab that book. We're going to use that here just momentarily. See, the zombie's running now because he's the only one left alive. Alright, so let's go ahead and proceed into this next area. I have enough money to open this door. If you don't, go ahead and go around to earn some money to get that door opened and come back to this step. So once you open this door, there's nothing else to really get in this area. This is the area that I call the bus stop. You could call it whatever you want. The snack shack area, the bus stop, whatever you want to call it. But for this tutorial, I'm going to call it the bus stop. Now, I do have enough money to open this door, which I'm going to go ahead and do so. There's a item in this next area that you'll have to get, which is located inside of a tree near the TV station. In order to get that item out of the tree, you're going to have to cook a grenade. If you don't know how to cook a grenade, Google it, because I don't really have too much time to explain it to you. We're going to grab a grenade, we're going to cook it, and we're going to throw it at a tree, and that will shake the leg out of the tree. So let's run over there to the area. I always like to cook the grenade right about here, and throw it. Why is this? Oh, I have the gas grenades. Well, shoot. I forgot. I picked up gas grenades. I am not going to be able to get that out of the tree. We will get that part later on. If you do not have gas grenades, if you have just regular grenades, that's what you would do. You would go ahead and cook a grenade, and you'll throw it at this tree right here, and it's going to shake a leg out of the tree that's glowing up there, if you can see it. land on the ground, you could go ahead and pick that leg up. But for this tutorial, obviously, I can't get that out of the tree because I don't have anything explosive to get it out of there. So I'm going to wait until I upgrade my Kindles and I'll come back and grab that later on. But there is another part in this area that you could go ahead and grab, which is located just outside or next to this door here. Go ahead and grab it right there. And I do not have enough money to go into the next area, so I'm going to work my way back over here to the park so I can go ahead and go another round or two to earn some money. If you haven't been able to tell so far, I do not like going through rounds real fast. I always like to keep the rounds as low as possible, and to get these parts and things. Basically, I just get exactly the amount of money that I need to proceed into the next area. I kind of recommend you doing the same. The higher the round you go, the more zombies you're going to have, not to mention the harder they're going to be to kill, kind of thing. And here in a little bit, for the Elvira step, we are going to need them to be able to be killed as easily as possible with a meat cleaver. So I recommend trying to not fly through the rounds. Just go through enough rounds that you need to be able to open doors. Alright, so I got 2 zombies left alive here. Actually, I think I got more than that, but that's alright. We could use them later on here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and work our way back towards the TV station if you haven't done so already, and let's get that door opened up. As soon as we open that door, we're going to work our way inside the TV station. But before we go inside the TV station, let's go ahead and turn on a teleporting device, which is located just outside the TV station in the little parking lot area. So let's go ahead and open that door. Let's turn on that teleporting device. And then once you go inside the TV station, let's talk to Elvira, who is going to be laying down on a couch just inside here, as you see. Go ahead and talk to her.
Hello.
What you're going to do is you're giving her that book that you collected in the ice cream shop. She's going to say some things. She talks quite a lot. After she gets done talking, she's going to give you a little vial. I'll show you what that looks like here in just a moment. Let me open up this board here so you can see the vial pop up. Now what you do with this vial is you need to collect souls. I don't know what it is exactly, to be honest with you. Blood, maybe, who knows. They're going to fill that vial up all the way full by knifing zombies. Now you can only fill that vial up by knifing zombies with a meat cleaver. So if you haven't got a meat cleaver already, go get a meat cleaver, because you will need that in order to fill up that vial. Let me demonstrate for you. So when you knife a zombie like so, if you didn't tell already, it will fill up that vial for you. There you go. You see how it filled that vial up a little bit? So the more zombies you knife, the more that vial gets filled up. Once that vial is completely full, you're going to go ahead and talk to Elvira, and she will open up the pack-a-punch, and we'll show you that here in a little while when we do that. But for right now, I am going to go ahead and end this first part of the tutorial, and I invite you guys to subscribe and like this video.
Thank you for watching.